The galaxy officially declared humanity extinct on a Wednesday. Which, for the record, was rude. If you're going to erase an entire species from history, at least wait until Friday so people can have a weekend to mourn, or celebrate, depending on your point of view. The declaration came from the Federation High Council, a collection of species so smug they'd probably fine you for breathing without a permit. The Terran species, the decree read, has been annihilated, their worlds reduced to sterile ash. Let the galaxy rejoice, the age of human unpredictability is over. Some applauded. Some sighed in relief. Others raised glasses of fermented goo and toasted to the end of the most troublesome upstarts the stars had ever known. Humans, after all, had been the cosmic mosquito. Small, irritating, impossible to swat, and somehow always buzzing in your ear at 3 in the morning. The Federation even erected a monument in their honor, a polished slab of obsidian in the Hall of Conquered Foes. The inscription read simply, Terrans, extinct, finally. It would have been hilarious, if it weren't so premature. Because on the day of the monument's unveiling, a signal hit the galactic net. A crisp, polite human voice, warm as a good cup of coffee and twice as unsettling. "Apologies for the interruption," said Admiral Elias Ward. "But I couldn't help noticing we've been declared extinct. I assure you, reports of our death are greatly exaggerated." The council chamber froze. Delegates twitched in disbelief. The Valari ambassador hissed, mandibles rattling. "Impossible! Your world was destroyed, your fleets annihilated." Ward's smile was audible. "Yes, I imagine that looked very convincing. We do pride ourselves on stagecraft. But extinction? No, my dear colleagues. Extinction is permanent. Humanity, as it turns out, is very temporary only when it's convenient." And then the signal ended. No trace, no coordinates. Just the echo of his voice lingering like the punchline of a joke nobody wanted to understand. The galaxy scrambled. Scouts were dispatched to Sol, only to find Earth cloaked and silent, its orbitals gone, the planet itself veiled as if the entire system had been wrapped in shadows. Fleets patrolled the void, searching for Terran survivors, but found nothing except silence and wreckage, the old graveyards of previous wars. "Perhaps it was a trick," murmured the Altari delegate. "A ghost signal. Nothing more." The council wanted to believe it. Desperately. Until the first fleet vanished. It was the 9th Expansionary Armada, 60 ships strong. They entered a sector near Alpha Centauri chasing what appeared to be faint Terran transmissions. And then, nothing. No distress calls, no debris, no black boxes. Just a final message scrawled across their own navigational buoys in crude human script, "Boo." The galaxy began to whisper. Admiral Elias Ward was not what aliens expected of humanity's last tactician. He was unfailingly polite, charming even, with a neat beard and a voice that suggested he'd be equally at home reading bedtime stories or ordering orbital bombardments. He quoted Shakespeare before battles, offered his enemies condolences before destroying them, and had the unnerving habit of sipping tea while giving ultimatums. When the Federation finally tracked his transmissions, they confronted him in a private channel. "Admiral Ward," the Chancellor said coldly, "the human species is finished. You cannot fight the Federation alone." Ward chuckled softly. "Alone? Oh, Chancellor. Do forgive me. Humans are never alone. We breed alliances the way rabbits breed rabbits. And besides," his tone softened, almost kind, "you assume what you destroyed was all we had. That's adorable." The line went dead. Moments later, the Federation's listening posts picked up engine signatures. Hundreds of them. Then thousands. Ships emerging from deep void, not from Sol, but from every corner of the galaxy where humanity had quietly seeded colonies long thought abandoned. Old freighters bristling with guns. Civilian craft retrofitted into carriers. And leading them, massive dreadnoughts, long hidden, their hulls engraved with a single word, Terra. The Warfleet had arrived. At first, the Federation laughed. Surely this was desperation. Humans were clever, yes, but cleverness had limits. The galaxy had seen their kind before. Upstarts burned bright, then died. The laughter stopped when the first skirmish ended. The Federation sent a fleet of 100 ships against a Terran strike group of 10. The humans didn't just win. They humiliated them. They lured them into a nebula laced with mining drones, reprogrammed to shred hulls. They broadcast Earth music, something called heavy metal, on all channels, drowning enemy communications while missiles slipped silently through the static. After the battle, the surviving Federation ships found their hulls tagged with graffiti, "Extinct yet." The Council was outraged. The galaxy was terrified. And Ward just kept smiling. The escalation was inevitable. The Federation marshaled the Grand Armada, the largest force in history, a tidal wave of steel and plasma stretching across star systems. Against it, humanity had what appeared to be a ragtag collection of outdated ships, many of them so patched together they looked like they were held by duct tape and stubbornness. The galaxy prepared for slaughter. Admiral Ward hailed the Armada before the first shot. His tone was light, almost conversational. "Before we begin, I'd like to extend a courtesy. The Federation has worked very hard on this Armada. Truly impressive. I'd hate for all that effort to go to waste. So if you'd like to turn around now, I'll graciously pretend this never happened." The alien admiral sneered. "You bluff, human. You stand against the galaxy with scraps. You will die." Ward sipped his tea. "Oh, I wasn't bluffing. But I should warn you, we've redecorated." And then space itself shifted. From behind moons, inside asteroid belts, beneath cloaked stations, the Terran Warfleet unfolded. But these weren't just ships. Entire planets had been weaponized. Mining colonies revealed railguns the size of mountains. Moons cracked open, spitting missile swarms like angry hornets. Even comets shifted course, suddenly revealed as disguised carriers. The battlefield wasn't space. The battlefield was everything. The Armada charged. The Terrans laughed. The fight was not fair. Humanity did not play fair. Fair was for sports, and humans had long ago decided war was not a sport. Every Federation strategy unraveled against a logic weaponized. Humans didn't line up neatly. They scattered like lunatics, striking from impossible angles, vanishing into shadows, reappearing where no one expected. One alien commander cried out in despair, "They fight like chaos incarnate." No, not chaos. Improvisation. The same instinct that invented jazz, stand-up comedy, and building a flamethrower out of a fuel tank and duct tape. Humanity had perfected it, and now it was tearing the Armada apart. Hours later, the greatest fleet in galactic history drifted silent, burning, shattered. The void was filled with wreckage and human laughter echoing across comms. Ward appeared on every channel once more. His tone was still polite. Still smiling. "Correction," he said calmly. "The Terran species is not extinct. The Terran patience is. Do not trespass again." The galaxy fell silent. Fear rippled like a wave. Worlds closed their borders. Empires hesitated. Some species whispered prayers. Others swore oaths never to enter Terran space again. But the true twist came later. A Federation archivist, digging through ancient files, uncovered the records of Earth's destruction. It wasn't a battle. It wasn't a genocide. It was staged. Humans had faked their extinction. When the Federation struck Sol, they hadn't destroyed Earth. They had destroyed a shell. Cloaking fields, false signals, dummy cities, all designed to look like ruin while the real Earth vanished behind illusions. Humanity hadn't survived annihilation. Humanity had orchestrated its own disappearance. And now, when the galaxy thought them gone, they returned, not as victims, but as predators. The final line in the Archivist's report chilled the Council more than any battle. Humans did not escape extinction. They weaponized it.